The following is brought to you by GBCT, the care, commitment, and quality of cinematography through progress and innovation.
Hi, my name is Anthony. We're here at Cine Gear at the Super Techno Cranes booth. This behind me is the TechnoDolly, which is the next generation Super Techno Crane. It's a 15-foot techno crane, but what separates it from previous generations is the fact that you can record, playback, keyframe, data export. In terms of programming very complicated moves with actors and stuff, it's much faster than traditional motion control. They can pre-design the moves and then have the crane shoot that move. And it's also, as you see, it's perfectly silent, so you can shoot dialogue and stop motion animation in the same shot, which we did for an IKEA commercial. So it's a visual effects masterpiece, what I describe it. I'm a big fan of this because I have one in New York. And let me just demonstrate, say, one thing that no other piece of equipment in the world can do. So what I just did was just going like a handheld look on a techno crane. So I was able to grab the head, move it around freely, because it's like a performance-driven moment where I was letting the actors, imaginary actors in this case, do their performance, and I was just following along. There was no pre-doing anything. We just went for it. So now we're seeing the exact same camera movement, but nobody's touching it. So it recorded every little tiny move. The focus, the zoom, the panning, the tilting is all recorded. The data is exported into Maya or Motion Builder, or you can now shoot a background plate in Paris with one of the TechnoDollies in Europe, or in any location you want. So for example, we did a shot for A Girl with the Dragon Tattoo, where I programmed the shot in New York, and then we were sending the QuickTimes to Fincher. He approved it. We sent the file out, and then they brought the local TechnoDolly into Paramount right here and shot the shot. And it ended up in the movie and in the trailer, so we were very happy with that. The TechnoDolly's been around for about 5 years, but I would say from a commercially viable, as you can imagine, something this complicated took a long time to develop and a long time to make good. So I think in the last 2 to 3 years, especially in the last year or so, it's really become into its own. So the feature I just demonstrated was just written into the software a few days ago. And so before that we were doing mostly keyframe-based moves. And so traditionally with motion control, it's a very slow process. It takes a long time to set up, it takes a long time to program or change moves. The TechnoDolly uses the familiar framework of the techno crane that everybody's used to, that you can use it and push it around like a regular techno crane, or do these very complicated keyframe-based repeatable moves with CGI or virtual sets, which it all integrates with plug and play. So it's really an advanced, pretty amazing, quite honestly. For somebody with a visual effects, motion control background as a camera operator, it's like a dream come true.